Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new league racing video. This is the Ironman League where beforehand you don't know the track. So you go into every single league race having done no preparation. Or well, I have played the game for 800 hours. But other than that, we haven't particularly practiced for this race. Simply because you can't, as the track is random. You only find out just before you get into the lobby what track you're driving on. And the weather is a bit questionable always as well. As you can see, we're driving on a wet Abu Dhabi at the moment, a one-shot quali.
It's been a messy lap, not gonna lie.
I have invalidated on purpose so we can start last. Bit more chaos, a bit more fun, as it's a 100% race anyway, so it doesn't really matter where you start anyway. A lot of safety cars usually in this league, and as you can see, me completely missed the final corner. Across the line, we're gonna go. It is a P20 as we aimed for. However, if we did actually do that lap, I invalidated it on the straight, we would have gone P1 by, I think, 8 tenths. As you can see there, Ben Sabo Konyi at 36.1, whereas we did at 35.3. So our weather pace around Abu Dhabi is cooking. Yeah, now the question is, how wet is it going to be in the race? We're going to be starting on the wets. And as you could see there, actually, it's going to be wet for around 80% of the race. So, let's see what the strategy is going to look like. This is why I'm starting on the wets, because sometimes it's faster to start on the inters, as we might know from my F1 esports race in China a few years ago. Yeah, we're not really in the championship fight here, really, because we started so late on in the season. I think after this one, there's one race left of this season. I'm not even driving for the championship, so if we can, we'll help our teammate Danny Bresnay a little bit, who is fighting for the championship. And now onto the race we go.
Oh. What did you do, man? I jumped the start. I'm so stupid.
Jumped the start.
Yeah, not the most ideal start of my race. So we're gonna have to do a drive-through. I will be doing that straight away after lap 1, so we get ourselves out of the traffic and I can just pump in some clean air laps. But at the moment we're just gonna try and gain as many positions as we can on this opening lap. So we've got less time loss overall when we do box at the end of lap 1. No point waiting until lap 3 because there might be a safety car. You can take a drive-through under the safety car. And not to mention, we will just spend an extra 2 laps driving in traffic, so there's no point in doing that. And that's why I will box straight away at the end of lap 1. Bit slippery and slidey, of course. No one really used to driving in the wet around Abu Dhabi, as Timbo had a bit of a lag moment there. We go side by side with Istvan Pukki, PSGL, WR driver as well, of course, driver for Ferrari Esports. Not sure if we'll be doing any F1 esports races, of course, because having Barry Bormand and Nicolas Longuet as your teammate is not ideal if you want to be driving any races. As you can see there in the top, we have 3 laps remaining to do a drive-through, but we're going to be doing this at the end of this lap. We're on P10 actually already, so we've had a very good opening lap, but it was all for nothing.
I'll take it instantly. No point staying in traffic.
Pull into the pits here, ahead of Istvan Pukki. So we're going to drop down to last again, unfortunately. There are 2 cars who are quite far behind the pack, but yeah, this is basically like...
No point, chat, no points.
A 16-second loss, so we take the drive-through, come out in last, and go again.
Making it a bit more difficult for ourselves, chat. Starting last, plus drive-through penalty in league race challenge.
So as you can hear me say there, last to first challenge while taking a drive-through in a league race against some of the best in the world. Of course, the level is not quite as high as PSG and WR, but there's still some very fast drivers. I think Istvan, Danny Bresnay, Thomas Gall sometimes drive in this league race as well. Patrick Siepels is driven in this, and then ourselves, of course. So first league race I did on this, I caught myself off guard by some people who are not quite on the level, tend to brake a lot earlier, and if you're not focused on that, you just miss your braking point and drive into the back of them. So I've had to really focus on that in these league races, and it keeps me aware for F1 Esports. So one of the reasons there hasn't been as many videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
No. Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good to me. We may have a different game, but I have barely any rain going. No one has been it with me, to be honest, in front.
I mean, you can see the delta to me anyway.
Yeah, but you are the GOAT.
So back to where I was going with my story. One of the reasons I didn't upload as many videos was simply because I was busy with F1 Esports. First event happened of F1 Esports. No one really knew it was happening, to be honest. Complicated reasons. I'm not going to go into that in this video.
Boxing now.
But as you can see, there are a lot of people boxing. We are staying out as I was hoping for safety car. Yeah, Inters might be a little bit faster at the moment. I want to stay out, hope for safety car, and maybe overcut some people as well, you know. As you can see, we basically were a drive-through behind and managed to get back into the field quite fast. So even if the Inters are a little bit faster, the difference in level, the difference in lap time could help us up the grid and avoid a little bit of extra traffic. So 2 cars ahead of us now. Milan Meyer, who is usually pretty fast as well. Not quite F1 Esports level, but yeah, he is one of the faster ones in this league. As he tries to get the power down out of the chicane. I'm expecting them to box as well. Now leaders are coming in. So Ben Zabo coming in with pole position. As these two are going side by side, being very careful here. And the Williams pulls into the pits as Milan goes a little bit wide into the final corner. And I decided to try and take advantage of that into turn 1. Down the inside we go, and we're gonna brake slightly later. And up into the race lead we go. As Ben Zabo has gone onto the Inters. And yeah, we're expecting him to be a tiny bit faster, of course, but I'm still gonna stay out. Might do another lap after this. Simply because we can maybe hold up the leader a little bit. And still hope for a safety car. If there's a safety car now, there will be a huge advantage to us, of course, because we will be making a pit stop in the safety car. And yeah, as you can see there, Ben Zabo 1 second behind as he overtakes Milan Meyer, his teammate. And now let's see if we can kind of keep that 1 second the same, the delta. Would be nice if we could even gain a little bit of time, but I very much doubt it. It is a lot drier than at the start of the race. And actually, we have pulled a bit of a gap there, but that might be because Ben Zabo made a mistake. And as you can see, 1.5 lap later, we've got Ben Zabo 3/10 behind us, and the wets are just not working anymore. So it was good that we managed to actually do all those extra laps, because that means less tire wear, of course, on those Inters. And that means we've got faster tires for the rest of the stint. And it didn't cost us that much time, I reckon. As Ben Zabo only gained a second in 1.5 laps. And out we go again. Let's see where we come out. I think we were around the Williams, who boxed 2 laps earlier than us. I think at the end of lap 6. So let's see where he is relevant to us. And as you can see, he has gained a bit of lap time. 2 seconds, I think so. More or less, we were right behind him, of course, when he boxed. And now he's 1.8 seconds ahead of us. So
you can just cross that exit in this league, right?
Yes, you can. But if you get an in-game penalty, it won't be removed.
Okay.
1.5 seconds is what we lost to the Williams. So end of lap 9 now, you can see how fast we've caught up. We have definitely lost a little bit of lap time staying out those extra few laps on the wets, but it was worth the risk, hoping for that safety car as we go down the inside of the Williams into the final corner. Up to P10 we go, and now next up the McLaren of Tamas. I'm not even going to try and pronounce his last name. A Hungarian guy. Tamas the Hungarian guy. There are a lot of Hungarians in this league, as it's an Hungarian league. And then Christoph Schelle, who used to be in the F1 Esports Challengers, which is basically the qualifiers for F1 Esports. So he's a very fast guy as well. But now on the attack on Tomas. We go around the outside in chicane, but we're gonna slow down, get the switch back with the better braking efficiency, and up to P9 we go. And you can see we've got the fast lap as well, so the lap times are cooking. And next up is Christoph Schelle, 6 seconds ahead. So it's gonna take a while before we catch up to him, of course, but yeah, as you can see now, lap 15, end of lap 15, so 4 laps later, we have caught up, and our wet pace is looking good at the moment. You can see it's not raining anymore, so we might be going on to slick soon. There is still a lot of spray, of course, so might take a lap or 3 before we're gonna start seeing some dries. As you can see me lift and coast a little bit into turn 1. I underfueled a little bit, but the fuel was also going down quite fast, even though it was wet. And considering I expected it to be wet for around 80% of the race, there's no ideal. We're gonna need a safety car if we wanna kind of make it to the end of the race on a decent pace. As we go past Christoph Schelle up to P8, we've got RBT Beni ahead of us now. We're going for a move on the Aston ahead, perhaps. Norby Szabo-Konyi, I think brother or family of Ben Szabo-Konyi, or maybe that's just coincidence, but they've got the exact same last name, so I think they are family related. Would be quite a coincidence if they are not. Down the inside of the Red Bull we go, up to P7, and then we've got Danny Bresnay, our teammate in game, but also our teammate in real life F1 Esports, in P5. Started last with us, of course, just didn't have to do the drive-through, as we have a little look down the inside of Norby, but yeah, don't want to send it there. Tried it in PSGL. It's not really a good overtaking opportunity, to be honest, so now we need to try and find a way past, maybe in the final corner. We've done that before, so we're gonna try and do it again, as actually I've gone a little bit wider and hit Norby. That was my bad. It was a bit of a half-committed move, to be honest, so yeah, cost us a bit of time. Wasn't a really smart move to make, but we're gonna go on the switch back out of turn 1, have more traction, more momentum, and we gotta leave him space, of course, on the inside there, which we do, and up to P6 we go. But yeah, we lost a second with that half-committed move. No ideal, but still hoping for a safety car. Not just so that we can catch back up to the leaders with the drive-through that we had.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so watch out. No rain expected, no rain expected for the time being. We're not certain which is the best tyre right now, dries or inters. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
What are people talking about?
Got that confirmed.
What is your engineer saying?
He wanted to have me in the pit, but it looks pretty damn wet to me.
Yeah, but is yours not say... Mine is saying no rain at the moment, and then it says straight after rain expected. Or the opposite way around.
No, for me it just says that we can switch very soon to the dry tires.
So, yeah, as I said before, we still need a safety car because we did not expect it to be getting dry this fast. And at the same time,
Biscuit for the biscuit.
our engineer was having a mental breakdown saying rain was imminent and happening anytime soon. And then the same message he said, no more rain expected. In the space of 2 seconds, and the same message. So yeah, I decided to just go for it. Go for mediums anyway, you know. We've got nothing to lose.
For me.
And a lot to gain. It's not
I
raining
think
at the
it's very
moment.
wet by the graphics, but now it dried up significantly. Oh, mate, I see new rain. I'm not joking.
It's raining like crazy.
You may actually be very, very big trouble, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to box again, I can see.
What?
But that's what I said. It said rain coming soon, rain coming soon. And in the same message, it said no rain expected, no rain expected. In the same message, like 4 times in a row.
Fastest tyre at the moment.
What can I do about this? It's dry again.
Mate, the rain
It's-
stopped on my screen again.
Yeah, it's for me as well.
Mate, it's completely dry bone now for me.
Yeah,
From one
it
lap
is.
to the other. Are you fast?
Mate, it's fully dry. Of course I'm fast.
You turn to be fast instantly.
Yeah, I have full grip.
Oh my god!
My entire chat was laughing Ferrari strategy.
So yeah, we have absolutely nailed the strategy somehow. With all that confusion of rain, no rain. Then it started raining. Again.
Man, I've gained like crazy.
Then it became suddenly, out of nowhere, completely dry. Literally, out of nowhere.
I'm gonna come out
No,
at you, I think so.
no wetness at all
Oh my
on
God,
the
man.
asphalt. As you can see there, we're setting a
You
purple
are
lap.
ahead of me.
And we have gone for a 10
This is
second
insane, man.
undercut.
Imagine if I had pitted with you, oh my god.
And this must be the craziest wet weather scenario I've come across on this game. Going
I'm
from
5 seconds of the lead.
intermediate conditions to slicks to raining to bone dry, all in the space of just over a lap. And
Got a penalty for my pit entry. I only cut the line and not the track itself, yeah. So I don't understand, honestly.
yeah, we somehow in all of that ended up gaining over 10 seconds, I think so. So
Don't you have massive unders still?
No, not too bad.
My front tires have 2% more wear than the rear. And I don't have damage, but it feels like it.
yeah, our pace at the moment is looking quite good, but I was struggling getting into the
Honey?
DRS of the guys ahead.
Yeah?
I need a safety car.
Yeah, we all need safety car, man.
Do you want to know my fuel?
No?
You don't?
You will be out?
I'm on minus 1.7.
So yeah, as you can hear me say there, we're on minus 1.7
Man,
laps
I thought it was gonna be raining for 80% of the race.
of fuel at the moment. And to make it to the end of the race,
I'm Hamilton 2011.
we're gonna need a miracle. And I'm an atheist, but I'm convinced this was a gift from God, as you're about to see.
You motherfucker!
Yes!
May!
Yes!
What is this? I just pitted this lap!
Yes!
Honestly! I pitted this lap! No joke! What the actual F? It's crazy!
Yeah! Daddy! We're so back!
So yeah, we have been gifted a safety car which came at the perfect time.
We are so back!
And it is crazy to think if there was no safety car, we would have run out of fuel
Whoever that was,
with 2 laps to
you're
go.
my daddy.
And yeah, it's actually really hard to do voiceovers on Ironman League races because me and Danny are constantly talking, right? It's a bit of
Hey,
a
boxing, yeah.
more of a serious league race
Yeah.
with less safety cars and a full F1 esports grid. I don't really talk, so it's much easier to do a voiceover for that
Oh.
one. So
Oh my
Just
god.
for,
1.8 laps in the minus. This is insane. What's your fuel now, Danny?
I'm plus 1.5.
I'm minus 0.71.
Good for you, man.
Going
I
low
think,
fuel mode. What do you think I've been doing, little bro?
I think some other people were in trouble as well. I was so excited for the race. I don't know who caused this safety car. Shame on you.
But
Especially that I really wanted to try if my extra stop would work. Like fresh tires against the old ones, like Lewis Hamilton strategy.
yeah, I was gonna do 2 more laps, box, and then stay behind you the whole race and try to make it to the end.
No, you would have pitted, don't care about yourself, and you would have pulled me with DRS.
And then run out of fuel with 2 laps to go.
I think my strategy would have been genuinely good. I could average like 1.5 seconds with fresh tires. In Monaco, I crashed hards in 10 laps after pitting and they didn't pit.
Yeah, 1 more lap, let's go! We are so back. We are so back.
So yeah, here we go again, racing in lap 42. New sets of mediums, and as you can see on the steering wheel in the top right, we are green again on the fuel. So we've saved 2 laps of fuel under the safety car. I basically spent the entire duration of the safety car lift and coasting, putting 10% throttle on, so on. And we managed to get ourselves back into the green on the fuel delta. Now, back to the voiceover on this league race. It's so hard because I want to keep all the talking in because it's fun, and usually all the talking happens during things that happen during the race, and it's just hard to do the voiceover, try and squeeze some extra info in between. So sorry if it's a bit annoying that I stopped talking.
My soft tires will drop off so fast.
Like there, because I want you guys to hear what I'm saying in the game as well. Lap 46 now. I actually, even though we had a safety car, had to do a little bit more of lift and coasting in these laps, as now we have to defend from Istvan on the inside, as Benz completely missed the corner as well there. And yeah, that held us up a little bit, so that was no ideal. We actually hit him a little bit from the back, but on the F1 game you kind of get away with that anyway. You don't really get damage. As you can see me lift and coast again there, because in the final few laps I do not want to lift and coast anymore at all. I just want to push flat out. As you can see me lift and coast there. Eastman goes for a really late send. There's a little bit of a moment. We did leave him enough space
there?
on the inside.
No. I was alongside his slide.
I said, why did he send it?
Oh, because I'm pressuring. Try to do something with my softs.
I mean, you can get past if you want, whenever you want. Next lap maybe on this straight.
I'm not fast at all, man. That's the only issue in this equation.
So Istvan has dropped a few positions. I'm not sure what happened. I think a little bit of an incident with Daniel or someone else. But he is back now in lap 56. As you can see, we've recharged our battery over the past few laps. Just took it a little bit chill because there's no point with 10 laps to go to really go on the attack. And now with 3 laps to go, we managed to get past Tamas there, who wanted to stay behind Ben Sabo for the DRS. But I decided, you know what, I won that P2 spot, and on the next lap I won that P1 spot because I felt like I had more pace than these guys. So with 100% battery, I was like, you know what, we're gonna go for it. And at the end of this one, there's gonna be 2 laps racing remaining, and I want to get past Benz on the next lap in lap 57, and then lap 58 I want to be leading the entire lap. So a little bit wide in the final corner then. Both me and Danny struggled a little bit with understeer this entire race. Yeah, probably setup related, not sure. Danny in P5 on those softs, he's got a penalty as well, which was for cutting the pit exit, I think so. This league does not remove any in-game penalties at all. Because I think they feel like it's too much work, and this league is more like a fun thing for me anyway, so I don't really care too much. But now lap 57, as you can see there, we got the DRS, and I decided to go for it, not stay behind for any longer, and move into the lead. Ben Sabo slots in behind, and he's gonna get DRS on the next straight. So I'm not sure if I was gonna use a lot of battery here. You can see I used like 10%, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure why I used that much. I think I felt like I could break the DRS to Benz in the final sector, but that would be quite optimistic, as Danny actually somehow managed on those old softs to get back into P3. Won't matter a lot anyway, to be honest, because he has that 3-second penalty. But in this final sector, you can see we're creating quite a bit of a gap to Ben Szabo. It's 7.5 tenths now as we go into the final corner. And we still get 65% battery, so we can go flat out on this final lap. And I reckon still not run out of any battery. So maximum attack in this final lap. Ben's quite far behind. We almost breaking the DRS actually, as I backed out of using there because I wanted to have some remaining for the final straight. Now I'm gonna turn on the overtake here and make sure, even with the DRS, that Benz is not gonna have a go at us into the chicane. You can see he's gaining a lot here. I reckon he might be even a little bit lower on downforce, so we still need to be careful on this final straight. Make sure we nail the next set of corners. But you can see there, we still got 25% battery remaining coming out of there. He will have DRS, of course, on the next straight. You can see he's actually getting quite close, but because we're running a higher downforce setup, we're going to be gaining time here again in the final sector, and we're going to be clear of any danger from Ben Szabo. Haas F1 Esports driver, by the way. I didn't mention that earlier on in this video. And yeah, one of the fastest F1 drivers on the game. But we managed to finish a last to first challenge in the Ironman League with a drive-through. And get another Ironman League race win under our belt. Not something we expected after our drive-through penalty, of course, but yeah, with the safety car, the field resets a little bit again, of course, and it was a lot of fun. I think these are my favorite races, to be honest, because, yeah, random tracks, which makes for a bit more of a random result. You just have to be on it straight away, even if you don't have a setup for that track, and no one really knows what to do with strategy because you haven't prepared that beforehand. Not to mention it's 100%. So yeah, even if it is a track people have practiced for league racing, then they don't really have strategy knowledge because it's a 100% race and the strategies are completely different. So a lot of safety cars as well, which then resets the field a little bit if you've had an incident in the opening few laps. A lot of fun in my opinion. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Ironman League Race videos. More videos are going to be underway again. I have pre-recorded a few and still loads of league races that I've done over the past few weeks. So make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell to get the notification if I upload any league racing videos. And see you guys next time. Ciao.